that's one of those things you got to be aware of. I have chronic back pain. I've had it since I was 22 when I hurt myself lifting weights. So I feel bad for anybody who has back pain. My worst enemy, I don't wish it on. It is the most debilitating, the most frustrating thing you could ever experience. So because of that, I got into personal training, I got into sports medicine, and I started to learn the values of this thing right here. This thing can be straight up magic, like legitimately magic. Some people are shaking their head, yeah, I've had that magical moment. Like, magicians can eat their heart out. I can make pain go away in minutes. So this is something that I want you guys to be more aware of, first of all, here at Healthline, and then second of all, I want to like press this to the rest of the world because I feel like people are missing out on such great relief when you try to think about training your body for sitting and training your body for your lifestyle, your lifestyle. I'm not going to tell you how to live. I'm going to tell you what you can do to help you live better, right? Instead of sitting here and saying, no, don't do that. Everybody's always, no, don't do that. No, don't do that. Well, how about stop saying don't and start saying what you can do? And what you can do is these things right here, and it's going to make massive improvements and then what you want to do with the rest of your day. So, now next slide, please. So, who can sit like that right now? Me and Brittany was talking about it. Yeah. So, instead of like embarrassing everybody and just being like, I want everybody to sit like this, I just want you to ask yourself, can you sit like that? Can you sit all the way down right here? And is it comfortable? Because I can chill right here for about an hour. I can do the rest of the presentation right here. This is not hard for me, okay? And I'm not saying that because like I'm some workout psycho. I'm saying that because I figured out that doing this stuff regularly, actually trained me to be able to get down into that position. 5 years ago, I couldn't sit down like that. Wasn't gonna happen. Not without my heels coming up and sitting like a catcher. See, my heels are up here. But what I can do now is sit with my heels down. It's called the Eastern sit. Most third world countries do it just with no problem. When I was in Peru, I would walk by, I spent a month in Peru, and I just walk around the city, and there'd be guys just down there smoking cigarettes, chilling, talking, whatever. Everybody's just sitting like that, like comfortably. And I was like, huh. And this was like 6, 7 years ago that I did that. And I was like, man, I can't even get down there. And I was really shocked because it looked so comfortable and natural. Like a human should be able to do that. So I started to question why I couldn't do that. Why can't I? I'm a trainer. Like I should know the limitations of my body enough to be able to understand why I can't do something and how I can get myself to do it. And so that's what led me to the mobility world of learning the foam roll. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Kelly Starrett, the CrossFit mobility guy. No, lost in that world. Never mind. Okay. But anyway, myofascial release is what you do on the foam roller. So mobility is what improves when you effectively release your fascia. Okay. Now the fascia is a very unknown component of the human body that we haven't really dived into, but it's connected to your nervous system. My argument, I have no scientific backing on what I'm saying right now, but my argument is that as we release the fascia, we release the nerves that are creating tension in the body. It's not as much about the tissues as much as it is about the nerves and the brain. And everyone can sit like this. Every single one of us can. I just got to get your brain to remember that that's what it's supposed to be capable of doing. Once your brain goes, oh yeah, I can do that, then you sit there comfortably with no problems. I did some magic tricks at the City Fit Fest where I met these people right here, where I met Brittany and Mary, and they got to come down and try some of the stuff that I had them doing. But I also got some cool stuff on camera where I had people literally go from being able to squat like this. I was like, give me your best squat. And they're like, that's it. From there to there in like 15 minutes. So is that like all of a sudden what? In 15 minutes, could I have done much to anything but this? That's all I did. I manipulated this. Because the brain is the solution to a lot of things. And so what am I training if I'm getting you to be able to sit back down? I'm training your nervous system. I'm training your brain. I'm not training your muscles. Your muscles are going to listen to your brain. So when you have to think about the ways in which you train, you have to think about your brain. And your brain is going to tell you that your back hurts, not your body. Your brain is what's saying you're in pain. So what do we manipulate to take that pain away? Your brain, not your body. There's a mind-body connection that we all seem to like to ignore in Western medicine, where the head is severed from the body. The body is supposed to respond to everything, and the brain is supposed to just listen. It's not true. Otherwise, what I'm doing right now wouldn't work. And I wouldn't have a bunch of clients who are like raving about me, as well as able to move better and sit better and all these types of things. Okay, so one other thing is I want you guys to do is stand up real quick. I want you guys to stand up so you can feel this different way of sitting. So when we go to sit, most of the time when we go to sit, we just go sit down. We just come and we just go sit down and we just go, oh man, a tough day. So you guys can see my posture here. You guys can see how my posture is here, and you can see my back, how it's just kind of like rounded. So if my back is slightly rounded like this, what I'm allowing myself to do is actually use my back. I'm using the muscles in my back right now to stay in this position. I'm also using my abs, and I'm essentially using the muscles in my quads too. So to avoid that, one thing I want to show you guys is that instead of just down like that, what you can do is start to feel a stretch in your hamstrings here. Stick your butt out and then try to sit down into your sit bones here before you sit down. So now can you see the difference in my back? When I sit like this, can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Versus this versus this. So when people say, I'm going to fix my posture, a lot of times the way that they want to fix their posture is they want to think about their chest lifting. Now, notice my back here. Notice my back. This is bad, right? I'm gonna lift my chest up. Did my back move? No, it didn't. Try to focus on this part of my back right here. Did my back move? No, it didn't. Now, watch my chest as I move my back. See the difference? So I'm moving at my hips here to push myself into my sit bone right here. I know, oh my God, he's grabbing his ass. Yeah. We all have these things called sit bones right here. You can press on them, they're right there. All right? Get used to that. That's the bone that you want to sit on right there. And when you sit on that bone, you're not obstructing the flow of blood, nerves, energy that come down to your legs. So if I'm sitting like this, on this hard surface here, I'm preventing a lot of those negative side effects that could come from sitting. However, this posture goes quick. It's gone quick. You don't have as much time here. You're a time bomb here. You're gonna go, oh man, that was rough. I don't know why I was sitting like that. Look at this, I feel great. But now you're going back into the same organization that's going to cause pain because I'm exasperating my back. So what I want you guys to do, literally, play with me real quick. Understand that I want you to come down to your hands and I want you to literally stick your butts out right here. I know, I had to do this so that everyone feels stupid. Because I want to make everyone feel stupid because it's better when we all feel stupid than when just one of us feels stupid like me up here. Here we go. Ready? Okay, now, what does everybody look like they're doing?
Twerking.
About to twerk it up in the right? Going to the bathroom. Okay, funny though, that this is the quickest, easiest way to learn to sit more effectively. Do you feel a difference? Does it feel a little bit different than the way you were sitting eating your food? Like, right here, okay? So, see how long you guys can stay like this while I continue my presentation? Just see how long you can stay with that posturing. If it starts to get uncomfortable, stand up and then reset.